Everybody has problem with too much thinking. That means it's not your problem, it's everybody's problem. Everybody has trouble meditating because of too many thoughts. Beginners as well as advanced people, they struggle with their mind. So the best solution is to have no relationship with the thought. When you see a thought, do you have to have a relationship with it? When you're in the street and you see so many people, do you have a relationship with it? You see the people, but do you have a relationship with all the people? So with thinking, it's the same thing. In meditation, you can choose, you can make the choice to have no relationship with the thought. The problem is not the existence of the thought, it's your relationship with it. If you have no relationship with the thought, it's no problem for you. It's very important. What I'm saying is important. If thinking bothers you, you're not free. If your own thoughts don't bother you, then you're free. So when you meditate, you have an opportunity to practice not being bothered by thoughts, which means you don't make a problem out of it. When you see a cloud in the sky, does it bother you? So when you meditate, you have to practice no relationship. Consciousness of enlightenment is the consciousness of zero. So where do we find zero? The space between the thoughts. How much space is there between one thought and another thought? Infinite. How much space is there between two clouds in the sky? Infinite space. Not a little space, infinite. That's the space of liberation. Consciousness of the infinite space between thoughts is enlightenment. Follow? People say it's a little space, but because they said they think it's a little space because they haven't looked. If you look at a little space, you find out it's infinite. I thought it was just a little space, but when I looked at the nature of the space, I found eternity. I found the infinite. So if you want to learn how to meditate, you concentrate on the space between thoughts. So space is infinite. If you concentrate on the space between thoughts, your mind disappears. Enlightenment is the revelation of the infinite nature of space. So if there's an infinite amount of space between every thought, that means we're always living in the presence of the infinite. Right? Always. It means it's everywhere. So the conscious knowledge of the infinite space that exists between thoughts is enlightenment. How does the infinite feel? Infinite space feels free, right? Infinite space feels free. That's the consciousness of enlightenment, the freedom of the infinite space that exists between all thoughts. Does that space come and go? No, it doesn't. It's always there. Right? Which means that freedom is always there. Doesn't come, doesn't go, it's always there. So when you're looking for enlightenment, don't look with your mind. You don't have to discover anything new for this. You just have to see what's always already there. So that space is always already there. Right? So that's why when you meditate, you need to do nothing except pay attention. When you do nothing and pay attention, you start to notice infinite space is everywhere. Infinite space feels free. Are you the thoughts, or are you the space between the thoughts? Did you go to Ramana Ashram? You see why he's smiling? That he's smiling because of the infinite space he's experiencing. So everybody, all human beings have the same space between the thoughts, right? So you can say that Ramana represents that space. So when you concentrate on the space between the thoughts, you feel happy for no reason. When you concentrate on your thoughts, you feel unhappy. So if you want to be happy, you have to stop concentrating on your thoughts and concentrate on the space that exists between the thoughts. When you see all the people that are unhappy, everybody's unhappy for the same reason. Because they're always busy with their mind. So there's no freedom, there's no infinite space. Which means we experience misery, pain, suffering, fear, and doubt. Right? So now you know how to be enlightened. You don't need to know anything else. I've just told you everything you need to know. You believe me?